Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So before I head out on my run, get my 3 miles in today, I want to share with something with you guys that really hit home for me a couple days ago when I heard this. I've been wanting to share this part of this podcast with you guys, but obviously some other things that I've been sharing came up. It's kind of how I do things. It's how these episodes come up. It could be a conversation that I had with my team in class, something that happened in class, outside of class, whatever I hear, read, whatever comes to mind. I'm like, hey, that's good stuff. Let me put that out there. So I want to put this out here because this is super important. I'm listening to, if you want to check it out, the podcast is the Darren Woodson show. So for my football fans, Cowboys, Darren Woodson, he has his own podcast. I've shared a lot of stuff from this podcast already, different episodes. I shared a portion of this pouring into others the other day, the same exact episode. So the YouTube channel is the Darren Woodson show. And then the title is Sal Frisella, Leaving Comfort for the Unknown. Okay. For those that don't know who Sal is, I've already talked about him plenty of times before. Him and his brother Andy own First Form Supplement Company. He's doing really good for himself. So anyways, at the end of this episode, at around an hour and 20-something minutes in, they always ask their guests the same thing. Okay. It's the same question for every guest that comes on the show. And the question is, if you could go back and tell yourself one thing, not change anything, okay, because that's pointless. We can't change, what has already happened. But if you could go back to your younger self, and if you could tell yourself one thing, what would that one thing be? And so Sal says, well, that's kind of like a open-ended kind of question, but what he gave as an answer was, you're going to be dead a long time. You're going to be dead a very long time. Meaning, and he goes into it, that life is short. It's a very short window that you have with opportunities to get things done, make things happen, so on and so forth. And he goes on to say, because he's talking about his kids, because he kind of broke down like his day, like 5:30 to 7 a.m. He goes, I start the day off with me time. I take care of myself. I run, I work out. He does things for himself. He reads, and then it's his kids' time. From this time to the time, he gets him ready for school, and then he goes to work, and then he comes home, and he spends more time with his kids, and he spends time at the end of the night with his wife, and that's kind of how his day goes. But anyways, he's talking about fear is not a reason not to do things or get things done. That shouldn't give you an excuse to not go and accomplish like the best version of yourself. And he said a lot of things here. He says, obviously for him in this short window span that he has, again, pouring into others, helping as many people as he can become the best version of themselves, along with being the best human that he can be. Okay. And again, we all know humans make mistakes. We say things, do things. That's how we're built. We're programmed to just mess up, and then we learn from those mess ups and those mistakes and try to get better from them. But through that process, you become, or supposed to be, a better version of yourself, like as time goes on. And so he's talking about, appreciating like every moment of every day, every relationship, value every action throughout the day or whatever. He said, appreciate the rain, appreciate the rain. Like I know, especially what I've been talking about the last couple of days, there's some students out there where it's raining on them, it's pouring on them pretty heavy, and they feel a little bit lost, and they're just kind of out of sync with everything, and they don't feel worthy. The self-esteem isn't there. They don't feel like it's low. Okay. But those things that are happening to those individuals are meant to happen. Like things are happening for us, not really to us. And that's something I heard a long time ago as well. Like it's happening for us. For some reason, some way, it's happening for us to get better from and not to us. Okay. And I used to look at things like that a long time ago, like, man, why'd that happen to me? Like why did I have to go through that? And now at this point in my life where I'm at, like that was supposed to happen. Like that was meant to be. Those things that happened turned me into who I am today. I've had people say, throughout the years, like, well, you changed. Well, yeah, man, people, life, things that happen to you change you without a doubt. After a while, you just don't put up with stuff that you used to. You don't let people run all over you. You don't let people take advantage of you or use you or whatever. Not that you're just some, salty, angry old man or something. I don't feel like that's who I am. I just feel like I'm a lot smarter when I see things. I'm like, oh, I saw that before, or I felt that before. I know what's coming. I can see what's coming around the corner because I've been there, done that. Like that's, I've been there before. I'm a lot smarter than I was before, so on and so forth. So, taking advantage of the opportunities that where the bad things happen and the rain is pouring on us, like to get better from them instead of sulking in it in just the woe is me kind of thing, and then not improving from the things that are happening. It's like I said to my class the last couple of nights, like people are going to say and do things no matter what. You can't stop them from doing that. They are who they are. Those individuals, for whatever reason, just have a cold heart. They're just going to do things. And that shouldn't change you into being those kind of people. Is this, you learn how to handle those situations better and become better from that. Okay. So, it's this statement that he made, and Darren Woodson goes into this. If you watch this podcast, this guy Sal, he keeps talking. And then when he's done, Darren Woodson says, hey, wait a minute. You just kind of went right over this thing and then didn't even stop with it. He goes, I want to go back to this thing. He goes, you said something that just really shocked me and really hit home with me. And he goes, that statement that you made where you're going to be dead a very long time is deep. Like it's an eye opener. It's like, man, why we're wasting time? Like I gave an example, and it's not a shout out to or disrespect to anyone that plays video games, but I just gave an example last night to my class. Like, I don't own a video game. I don't play video games. I don't feel like that is worthy of my time, where I feel like I can be using my time instead of spending hours on a couch playing video games like a little kid. I could be, reading and listening and improving and getting better, studying jiu-jitsu, whatever, to improve whatever it is I need to improve on. And that's kind of what he talks about. He's like, man, I don't go golfing. I don't do this. I don't do that. He goes, man, when it's time to work, it's time to work. And he goes, I'm trying to bring the best version of myself to my company, to my employees, to the people around me. And, you can't do that if you're just wasting time playing video games. I guess if you're done with everything and you spent time with your family and you got all your work done and everything is like done, and if you have a few moments to do that, then I guess that's cool. But if you're wasting time, letting people hurt your feelings, wasting time, making excuses to not do something, wasting time like playing video games, wasting time not taking care of your health, being the best version of yourself, wasting time doing whatever it is that you're wasting time with, that's exactly what it is, because you don't get a second shot at it. Like, it's a small window of opportunity where you're going to be here, and then after that, like, being dead's forever. Like, a long time. That's it. You're going to be gone for a long time. And the window of opportunity you have to be here and make the best opportunities. I made a post to my team this morning because I got some guys that are skipping class because they got some tweaks and pulls and whatever other excuses these guys make and girls make. Let me share it with you. So, opportunities neglected can never be recovered. Okay, opportunities neglected can never be recovered. You can't get them back. They're gone. And once you're gone, you're gone. Like, that's it. So it was an eye opener for me. I think about stuff like this. I don't want to attract it too much to me. Like, I want to live for a long time, but you never know how that's going to go. We all know there's people that we know that aren't here anymore. Why do you still get to be here? Why do I? I don't know. Life isn't fair. Some people you feel like, man, that's a really good person, and they got shortchanged and they're no longer here. And I am, not that I'm not a good person, but like, you just kind of ask yourself sometimes, why am I able to make it to 46 and that person only made it to 40? That person only made it to 30. The person on my arm that I got tattooed only made it to 18. Why is that? I don't know. It's just the way those things work. So it's a disrespect and a slap in the face to certain individuals if you're wasting time. Again, letting people hurt you, and not getting things done and making excuses to not live the best life that you can, not helping people, like taking advantage of those opportunities to help as many people as you can, and not being the best version of yourself while you're here is a slap in the face and disrespect to anyone that you love and is no longer here. You should honor those people to be the best version of yourself by doing that, So again, good stuff. You want to check it out. Again, Darren Woodson Show podcast on YouTube. And then the title, just look it up, Sal Facilla, Leaving Comfort Zone. And if you want to hear that statement that he made and hear exactly how he said it, it's about an hour and 25 minutes in. But the whole podcast is fire. The whole podcast is fire. He's talking about just pouring into people and helping people just become the better version of themselves and being a better human being. I mean, he tells his story, his life story, where he just wasn't this guy in his 20s and 30s. He's grown, just like we're all supposed to do. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to learn and get better, not be the same. All right, guys, hope that helps. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day. We'll see you.